Now some news coming out of Nigeria in the last hour, where the country is facing a crisis. The opposition calling for the general election to be cancelled, describing it as a sham.
Can you see what is happening now? They want to make sure they suppress others from voting.
The Electoral Commission there has announced the governing party candidate Bola Tinubu as the winner of Saturday's disputed presidential election.
Following the fiercely fought Nigeria presidential election, we return to the country's economic hub city Lagos with this breathtaking view. But on the other side of the horizon lies problem. Despite the controversies around the election, Lagos appears surprisingly peaceful. As always, the economic hub city continues to look promising, but clearly there is a sense of challenges ahead.
We won the election, and we will prove it to Nigerians.
Opposition parties and the majority of Nigerians, according to the presidential polls, have rejected the election result, but that doesn't seem to be the problem currently. The country's President Buhari has now abused all the courts in Nigeria, including the Court of West Africa ECOWAS. Recently, the president, with the erratic leadership of the central bank, ignored the ruling of the Supreme Court and continued to unleash pain and frustration on residents in Nigeria, from the poorest to the rich. And it appears there is little to nothing anyone can do about it. All the traditional media in the country have been outmuscled to rely on endless, unreliable press briefings like this.
The level at which people carry cash in Nigeria is unacceptable. In your countries, you do not carry cash anyhow. When you carry cash and you are seen, you are questioned.
This information is flawed. In cities across the U.S., ATM machines are reliably dispensing cash for anyone that need it. Same for most other countries.
We want to look like your country. And that is the reason we're seeing Nigeria being the largest economy in Africa. Nigeria, with the largest population in Africa, really must really go cashless.
In Nigeria, public officials have the tendency of presenting well-written speeches like that does not represent the reality. While the central bank preaches cashless policy and makes life devastating for Nigerians, I have seen firsthand that all the banks in the country have suspended Naira withdrawals totally. The central bank has implemented daily and weekly withdrawal limits for the Nigerian Naira, yet people cannot access the limited amount. To really understand the scale of what's going on in the country, here is my experience of how easy it is to withdraw and deposit US dollar cash in the banks, while about 300 million Nigerians are unable to access the Nigerian Naira from their banks and ATM machines. Over the past few years, the US dollar has continued to gain a presence in the Nigeria banking system. Currently, while all banks have shut to Naira withdrawals, many of the banks are opened for US dollar transactions. Customers are able to withdraw and deposit the dollar in cash. I wanted to verify this myself. Every customer at the counter was either withdrawing or depositing dollar cash. In the 3 days I have been in Lagos, it was not possible to withdraw cash in any ATM machines, even in the most upscale area of Victoria Island. At a number of the ATMs where it was suspected that cash would be loaded on the machines, people waited in vain. However, Nigerians continue to show that they are some of the most enduring people in the world. With that, I headed to the usually very busy city downtown to observe the situation over there. This is the newly commissioned Lagos Metro Rail that was very useful in the election campaigns. In one of the busy streets in downtown Lagos, it appears many people are stuck home and unable to move out of their home because of the lack of cash. Businesses continue to be impacted heavily. There is a reduction in customers while shops gradually run out of stocks. But many remain hopeful.
We are going to chart the path together. We are going to embark on this journey together, united. No one is too small to be creative. Inshallah, we will work together. And we pay attention, undivided attention to your education. We will be creative. Credit will be available. Education loan will be available.
The controversially elected President Tinubu may be right in preaching hope, but how much can he be trusted when he is being left in a system where courts in the country are no longer respected, and while the media remain suppressed and the central bank policies remain a monumental failure? I hope you enjoyed the video. Please take a little time to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss my important videos.
The